The life that I've been living brought me here. I have to do something else to get a different result. And the doctors were all about, live your life. Now you're in your last months. You should drink wine and eat chips and watch Netflix. And I was like, well, I think there's more to it. And I had this feeling that I need to do meditation. I'm an intensive care nurse, and I've been doing that. And since 2005, I have been doing healthcare management. And then I thought I wanted to do work with people, so I started doing HR. So I was a HR director in Norwegian Steel in 2022. And then 2 months after I just gotten into my new job, the doctors told me that I have stage 4 cervical cancer. My children were at the time 10, 11, and 13 years old. I started with chemotherapy, and my body didn't like it at all. So I got really, really sick. I was admitted to the hospital several times with sepsis. When I finished with the treatment, the cancer had grown. So my body was left really worn down, and I still had more cancer in the body. And then the doctors gave me radiation because they thought, that's what we do. So January of 23, I was admitted to the hospital for a month with severe sepsis. And I actually had one day where I thought, I'm dying today. And I gave my family a hug, and I was kind of at peace with that. Surrender. My body was kind of finished, couldn't take anymore. And then I woke up the next morning and I was like, hey, I'm getting a new opportunity, a new goal. And I told the doctors, I have to go home. Being here is making me sick. So the doctors say, well, the prognosis is very poor, leaving me with no hope of recovery, really. But we want to give you life-prolonging treatment with immunotherapy. So I started with immunotherapy. And I was then having severe neck pain, almost couldn't shift my head. I had neuropathy in my hands. I have, of course, radiation damage to my stomach area. I had chronic severe fatigue, so I could fall asleep in conversations. I had problems walking. So I was really, really physically worn down, and I had almost no short-term memory at all. So I was on immunotherapy, and the spring comes and the summer comes, and I was thinking during those months that, what can I do? The life that I've been living brought me here, and I have to do something else to get a different result, right? And the doctors were all about, live your life. Now you're in your last months. You should drink wine and eat chips and watch Netflix. And I was like, well, I think there's more to it. And I had this feeling that I need to do meditation. One day, the 3rd of September, 2023, I got a message, a link of Dr. Joe's meditation. And a friend of mine, she said, I think maybe you should try this. And I was like, it's a meditation. The universe, is talking to me. This is what I will do. So the 4th of September, the day after my youngest daughter's birthday, I started doing Dr. Joe's meditation. After 4 weeks, only 4 weeks, my sister-in-law was looking at me and she said, what are you doing? And I said, what are you saying? She said, you're almost back to being your old self. And I'm like, well, I'm meditating. And it's true. My neck was almost totally improved. I could walk up and down the stairs. I had no problems with getting out of my chair. I had my energy coming back to me. I would not fall asleep during conversations. And my memory was better, So yeah, I'll just keep doing this work for sure. So every morning I did this meditation. And then came Christmas, Christmas 23, and I decided I have to wean my body off these painkillers. I was on methadone for pain, right? So I decided to wean myself off. It took me 2 weeks. I'm a nurse, right? So slowly down. 2 weeks, meditated every day, and I got through it, and I have not been on painkillers ever since. The cancer was stable for a year, and the doctors were like, this is amazing. We thought, you would already maybe not be here, and you're doing fine. For every time I came to the hospital, I would be looking better and better and having more vitality and energy. And so there was like, what's happening with you? So here comes September 2004. And then the doctors tell me that the cancer is increasing. It's now in my lungs, right? And I said, well, this is the universe again helping me out. This is the break I've been wanting for. So they told me they want to give me more chemotherapy, like a study. And I said, well, I'm not doing that. Thank you, but no thank you. I'm using this opportunity to get my break. And I told my husband as well, now we just have to trust this, I've been saying that I need a break. And now the doctors are giving me this break. And I'm saying no to chemo. And I told my family to respect my choice. And then the doctor said, well, okay, this time we will respect it. But you have to remember that now you will get pain in your lungs. And you will have problems breathing. And you will start coughing. And when you get insecure, you can always call us. And we will put you on chemo. And they do it out of love, right? So thank you so much for letting me know. It's so good for me to feel that you are there if I need you. Thank you. So I was in a totally different, I was being a different me, I think. Being very centered in a way. So the doctors telling me this didn't affect me in any way. I hear what they're saying. And I went home, I looked myself in the mirror, and I reprogrammed myself. I said to myself, Kristin, they're not talking about you. They're talking about statistics. They're talking about someone else. This is not you. You don't have pain in your lungs. You don't have any problems breathing. You are going to be okay. We got this. And then I went for a 10-day retreat in Cancun. I was also on a 7 days in June, the same year, 24. And then I went on a 10-day in Cancun, 24. And I had like 4 magical healing sessions. And I had my experience then, feeling my whole body vibrating. I was totally nowhere, nobody. It's what he says is true. I was really nobody, nowhere, no time. And I felt like my body was electric. It was vibrating all over. And then it was like dissolving into the floor. I cannot explain that. I went home, still feeling all right, still feeling good. But of course, here comes the control, the CT. And as you get closer to the date, you get nervous. And I was like, maybe I'm feeling it a little bit here and a little bit there. Went for the CT scan. And just a week before I came here now, the CT scan result came back. And the doctor, she told me, I was so worried when I was going to look at your CT scan today, because I thought, you would be sick. I cannot explain this. But what it all is, I'm having hard to explain it myself. She said that it's almost all gone. Either it's gone or it's reduced by 50%. There is nothing in your lungs. And it doesn't look like there has been anything in your lungs. And then she was, maybe there hasn't been anything in your lungs, but your lungs are all clear and there is really almost nothing left. And I had so much that, they never counted the metastasis. So then I said to my husband, having, a hard time believing this because I haven't been on any medications. I was off immunotherapy 16th of September last year. And the doctor was telling me I was going into my last stage. And here I am, more vital than ever, right? So I told my husband, it's perfect. I'm going back to Cancun now for an advanced retreat to meet the community and connect with the people. And, to believe and trust the process. So my message to the person, to you who needs this, is really that hope is a human right. So don't let anyone take that away from you, because you are the creator and the source is within you.